2K Sports brings you Thursday night in the NBA. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods help players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down too.
And the starting lineup for Miami, Jovic and Bam play together inside. Hero and Jaquez Jr. are out on the perimeter. And it's Z in at the one. Fires from deep. And he buries his first look.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Young, coming off a terrific game against Houston. From deep three-point land. No good that time. Here's Jovic. Pass to Z. The three. Atlanta with the rebound. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Now here's Hero, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Sends it home from three-point land. Z's got 6 points.
Good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year, and the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Adebayo with a steal. Here's Z. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Now here's Young. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses. Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And as the postseason nears, these power rankings really shape our expectations for the playoffs. You take a look at Toronto. They've come down in the rankings a little, landing in the 5th spot for now.
Checking out Miami, they were expected to be one of the best teams entering the year, and we've seen nothing to change that opinion. And finally, a made shot. They look a little relieved after that one.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Z in their last game against the Mavericks was tremendous. He contributed 31 points, and his range was on full display. We should have expected a game like that, given his impressive form of late. We'll see if he keeps going tonight. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
A nice shot by Young.
Difficult to try to stick with Trae Young, especially when he's rising up there.
Hunter's checked in for Young.
His first team first. Substitution on the court.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hawks trail by 7. Here's Risacher. 13 points in the win against Houston. Johnson passes to Daniels. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Puts it up. Again, the Heat misses. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. And out on the wings, Zach Risacher has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athletic.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Jaime Jaquez, and it's Highsmith in at the 5, roaming the paint.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Here's Young. Jaquez grabs the board. Jaquez has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Schroeder. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And that one's good. Young.
I don't know if any shot's a good shot, but Trae Young willing to take any shot he gets.
Heat leading by 15. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Krejci. And Miami with a change here, too. Adebayo's checked in. Outside Hunter. To the paint. Young can't hit.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively. And that's having a ripple effect.
Here's Schroeder. Drops in the layup for 2. Schroeder's got 6.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Daniels. Stolen by Schroeder. Here's Larson. Here's the 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Risacher comes in for Young. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Schroeder. Here's Bufkin. The bank shot, no good. Miami leading by 18. Jovic passes to Hero. Over to the wing. There's the triple. The shot is good. 16 points for him.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
1:25 left to play in the first half. Pass to Johnson. This one for 3. Hits the trifecta.
A rhythm shooter. I think I heard drums. I like Johnson using that in the offense.
It's stolen by Johnson.
Assist from Kobe Bufkin.
Here's Daniels. Jaquez covers. Here's Risacher. Tries the 9-footer. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor. 52 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Z shot is good.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Here's Risacher. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Pass to Okongwu. Picked it out of midair. To the inside. Here's Z. It's rebounded by Risacher. Risacher's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Bufkin. 15 seconds left in the half. Here's Daniels. Off target from outside. Here's Z. Can't nail the jumper. With 1 on the clock. That shot is off. And so it's the Miami Heat ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More 2K action in just a moment.
Hi there.
Well, right now for the Heat, coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left, I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Matter of fact, and switching gears now to that first half, big hill to climb for the Hawks.
I hate the shots they're taking. I hate them.
Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder.
And playing match game here as the triple from the other end was hit. Jaquez Jr. says, I'll take him back.
Here's Young. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Z. Good. And he's hit 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Johnson a screen on Jaquez. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his team's always finished in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Ricochet. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Z. And the three-pointer goes. Z's got 25 points.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now. Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
That one's good for 2.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he's so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
And Atlanta making a change here. Hunter's checked in. Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Takes it inside, and his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. And there it is for him. Young's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire. And so far tonight, he's been the game's leading scorer. Just got into a groove, and no one's found a way to get him out of it.
The Hawks have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the 3rd. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 16 points now.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last.
And it's really tough to catch a pass from that distance. He's asking a lot of his teammate to reel that one in.
Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bufkin comes in for Young. Bufkin, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. The Hawks have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Bufkin. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. To the middle. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Inside, here's Z. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Z's got 16 points here in the second half. 41 seconds left in the third. And there's the rejection. Outside Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Z. Banked it in off the glass. Z's got 36 points.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Now Hunter hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. 6 to shoot. Collins a screen. Pulls it. He can't hit that time.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And so it's the Miami Heat building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. It hasn't taken. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving.
Making some changes here. Krejci comes in for Hunter, and Daniels is subbed in for Bufkin. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Fires the three. The rebound by Ware. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. And let's take a look at Miami. They've got Dennis Schroeder, and it's Larson in at the 3. Outside Hunter. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Young looking over the floor. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
It's hauled in by the Heat.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Z. Rebound, Trae Young. And the Hawks shooting at about 34% here in this game. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Right side Hunter. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits a three-pointer. Young's got 15 points in just the second half.
And here we go. Trae Young doing his thing. Cooking with grease right now.
Larson, no good.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Down low. Here's Collins. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here's Z. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Johnson comes in for Hunter. And it's Rizache in for Krejci. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Heat.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
Add this one to the win column. They're 57th of the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Z.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Risache. Okongwu up top. Here's Daniels. And the Hawks with another 3.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Risache. Out left to the wing. Okongwu, a screen on Rozier. There's Young with the 3.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room